Pearl and I really felt that this case deserved to be reduced to a misdemeanor. Pearl's upset about that because of her relative role in the case. We thought that we put up a good case for it to be reduced. The judge felt otherwise. She still has it within her rights to go back to court. It could be short of the probationary period. She can request in the court reduce it to a misdemeanor. The home confinement is something that it's not jail, so we're happy about that. And she just wants to move on with her life at this point. I mean, as you heard in court, she's been a history. Her entire history has been community service and to the benefit of her community. And she just is upset that she won't be able to continue that.
On the legal side, what's next for her?
The legal side, there's no legal side. The case is done. There is no appeal since she did her plea. So this case for Ms. Quiñones.
I know that if I would have had my day in court, we would have won. I know that everything they said was so exaggerated, ridiculously exaggerated, and I don't think it was fair that I'm the only one that they sort of picked on, and I was the the scapegoat. I think it's really unfair that everybody else got away with misdemeanors and I didn't. Why? When you look at the transcripts, they talk about looking at the transcripts. Then look at them, and you'll see that everything in there was circumstance. Made a mistake. I didn't read the fine print. This was an FPPC matter, and it should have been an FPPC matter. We should have been allowed to amend our forms just like everybody up and down the state of California was allowed to do that.
I believe I'm with Ms. Quiñones. I think the facts and her involvement in this case are just the same as the other board members, but they just treated her differently. There's nothing we could do short of go to trial. And what Ms. Quiñones is talking about is a trial. It's a 6 month. I mean, they anticipated it to be 6 months long. With hundreds and hundreds of witnesses and multiple counts against her. It would have been very, very difficult for a jury to really pay attention to the case and give it the time over a period of time that she would get a fair trial. So, and not to mention the hundreds of thousands of dollars it would have cost her to go to trial. So she made a decision. Once again, as we said in court, she does accept responsibility for her conduct. And she is remorseful for his conduct, and she just wants to move on.
Happy that she will no longer be in public service. She has violated our trust many of times. She's made statements of understanding she has done wrong, but unfortunately, that's all she seems to say. Again, I thank the judge for keeping her as a felon and not letting her serve the public again.
I'm disappointed. I know personally Pearl Quiñones. I don't think she did anything different than the other defendants in this case. I don't think justice was very fair, and justice is in the eye of the beholder. Justice is not implemented to the same people for the same crime. Bonnie DeMountis, she slapped Stanslayer Price on the hand, where she received thousands and thousands of dollars in theater tickets, and she got a slap on the hand, a fine, and go home and correct your forms. None of these defendants were given that opportunity.
I don't know. Well, I have to do what I have to do, and then hopefully I'll be able to get a job and just move on.